What's going on, guys? I'm doing a quick video, kind of spontaneous video. I was watching a YouTube video talking about the market, and it got me really thinking, and it made me realize I do need to promote the thing that I'm investing in the most. I think you owe it to yourself to, and I have a little bit of time as I'm on my way to the post office to ship this theme deck out, and I wanted to say this. Right now, I'm buying into a market with stocks and Pokemon cards where everything is seemingly downhill, other than a few chase cards, like some very valuable chase cards. The actual, Lost Origin that just came out, those booster boxes right now, I'm getting a case today locally for dirt cheap, like flatline cheap. Like I've never gotten a case for this cheap. It's basically going to be $90 a booster box. But right now is the time to buy. Right now is the time to buy stock. Right now is the time to look at housing as it's coming down. Nothing stays down and nothing stays up forever. They always fluctuate. Prices always move. You can't be stuck in that phase where you're like, oh man, this could really get worse, or am I going to get my money back from this? No, time has shown us in almost every aspect, almost every investment, almost every collectible, stock, time has shown us that it favors the bold and the patient. Basically, I'm getting a case of Lost Origin. I don't care if I have to sit on it for a couple years. I know that it's going to be a good investment in the long haul, and that's just a case. You've got resellers, you've got people working with distribution, whether it's YuGiOh or Magic or Pokemon, and they're getting like pallets worth of this stuff. So it's definitely easier for me when I'm just getting a little bit here, a little bit there. The same thing with stock. I'm working late at night at the bar, I'm running the bar all night, and then I get home, and then I sort out cards, I package stuff up to ship out. I am constantly working, constantly doing something. Everyone should have a hustler mindset, especially when we're in like some kind of recession. Like right now is when prices are going to be the most affordable, when stuff is going to seem too good to be true. Unfortunately, a lot of people, myself included, we've already dumped our money into the market, so there's not a lot of dry powder left. And what dry powder means is just a little bit of money on the side so that you can continue to invest and have some kind of safety net. I don't have a safety net, people. I work my ass off. I work at the bar till late, got home last night, 1 a.m, got stuff ready to package and ship out. Woke up this morning, I'm on the way to the post office. This is what I like to do, though. I have to be doing something, and I would rather, in terms of working overtime and working multiple jobs, that's not what I'm saying to do. I'm not saying that you need to work 24/7 and save your money. Know what you're spending and don't outspend your budget. Or in my case, if you are going to outspend your budget, at least have a game plan and make sure you're trying to sell everything that you're spending money on. Right now, I'm seeing my debt to income ratio start to reverse. I've been spending a lot of money on card products, a lot of money on stock, and I'm taking a chill pill with buying stocks right now, but really it's the best time to buy. I mean, if I had more money on the side, I would just be tossing it in. Here, market, take my money. But I don't have money to the side right now, so everything that comes in goes right back out, and that's business. That's how I get my passive income. I have to be selling stuff on a daily basis. Those of you that are just getting into the hobby or haven't invested yet but really want to start investing in stocks, I think that this is the time to do that. I don't think that you should wait for a perfect time. I think you should start investing now and slowly lower your average cost basis. There's no such thing as timing. There's just no such thing as timing. You might get lucky, but most people just spend time in the market. That is the phrase. That is the wisdomful phrase. Spend more time in the market less time trying to time the market, and you'll probably end up in a good place financially. Now, right now, I don't know what's going on with the market. It seems like the market has just been down. NASDAQ's been crushed over the past 2 years almost, it seems like. It seems like it's ready to rebound a little bit, but I'm not entirely sure. We could see a bearish market up till 2023. It might even be partially in 2023, but I really think October, November, December are usually really good months for the stock market. Usually you see a lot of wealth gained in that period of time, and I think it's important to keep track of that and, learn from the years prior. I know that October, November, December are really, really exciting times for the stock market, for growth stocks, for the tech sector. And I don't know, I haven't been back into collecting long enough to tell you that it's the most opportune time to invest in Pokemon products. In fact, I'm seeing somewhat of a reverse relationship in terms of the vintage product as far as growth goes. I see the newer product coming out kind of flatlining a little bit. Other than Evolving Skies, I think all the Pokemon product is flatlining a little bit, and Yu-Gi-Oh product. But what I do see is the vintage product is getting aggressively competitive. Like one day I got a Kaiba deck for $100, a Yu-Gi-Oh starter deck. I got it for $100, mint condition. The next day I'm bidding on another. I let go of it. It ended at $170. It is volatile. It is volatile as fuck right now. Prices don't really make a whole lot of sense from one day to the next. And you kind of got to take advantage of that, but you got to look for those lows. You got to become, somewhat of an expert in whatever it is you're doing. And I'm no expert, but I know a damn good amount of information about Pokemon, about Yu-Gi-Oh, about pricing. Once you spend, I feel like it takes 2 years at least to really research something and spend a lot of time in it, to really feel like you know it like the back of your hand. And as far as collectibles go, I feel like I've got it in the bag now. I feel like I know what to look for. I feel like I know how to handle things. If something is in bad condition or something is missing, I just replace it before I sell it. Now it seems like it's just a matter of time until I'm selling multiple packages every single day. That's super exciting for me because I don't want to be working several jobs. Even the bar that my family that we've opened and that I work in and manage and operate, that is so time consuming and energy consuming. And while it is a lot of fun and I do enjoy it most of the time, there are times I wish I just didn't have to go in. Having side hustles has always been, a part of my life. I've always been doing something. I've always been up to something, whether it was a failure or a success, so to speak. Everything you have to try. Failures are also successes in their own way because they teach you something about what you're doing. Whether you need to do it better or you just did it completely wrong. Those are lessons. Those are lessons that you carry on with you the rest of your life. All my failures in this hobby, all the cards that I've overspent on, all the products that I've bought and no one's wanted to buy from me. I'm learning from all this stuff, how to invest. And what I've learned, for the most part, is that modern product, sit on it, don't worry about it. Don't worry about saving a nickel and dime here. You do want to be savvy. You do want to find the best prices, but don't worry too much. Vintage product, on the other hand, a little bit different. You really need to be savvy with vintage product. You need to know what to look for. I think vintage stuff you can pretty much sell and flip immediately. Modern stuff you have to sit on for a while. And then as far as stocks and day trading goes, I tried that. Last year was a great year, or 2 years ago was a great time for that. I think 2020, maybe up to 2021 was a really amazing time to be in the market. Maybe it wasn't even 2021. Maybe it was just 2020. halfway through, because then things got really, really ugly. COVID hit, stocks went down, and then they went right back up just as fast as they went down. And then, that was kind of a temporary bump, and they went down again. So now we're in this moment where, as far as my portfolio goes, I'm seeing stuff at rock bottom pricing. And I'm not buying, mainly because my income is going into more collectible product, and that is just the stuff that's selling. That's giving me passive income in this hard time right now, and that's what I need right now. I can't afford to put more money in the market and wait on it, but I do have a lot of money tied up in the market, and I'm just going to see what happens. I'm not pulling anything out. I have always enough money coming in where I don't need to worry about selling any stock. Do not sell for a loss. Everything is going to come up eventually. It is just a waiting game. It is just a matter of time. This year is not going to be different from the past 100 years. It's not. Or I guess I should say 140 years, 130 years. The market has always ended up trending higher ultimately. And I think that goes without saying. It's the same for Pokemon. It's the same for YuGiOh. Now, YuGiOh has a lot of room to run. I'm just starting to get into YuGiOh. You guys will notice that I have all of my childhood stuff, and I bought a lot of cards before I started YouTubing, but now I'm kind of starting to get back into a point where I want to build a sizable position in YuGiOh, and I'm not talking about the really expensive cards. If you know YuGiOh, Dark Duel Stories, DDS cards, those are the really pricey cards, first editions, kind of like Pokemon. But there's a lot of good value in the unlimited cards. Starter deck holos, those are going for like $10, and I'm like, I'm loading the boat on these holographic cards. I want to get a lot of these. The artwork is simple, it's nostalgic, it's what I grew up with, it's the thing that probably means the most to me. On top of that, I kind of went crazy yesterday. I was looking for my Yugi and my Kaiba starter deck, and I low-key think someone stole those decks like right out of my house. I think I had friends over at some point. We were playing cards, and someone just took the cards, because we've now flipped the entire house upside down looking for 2 decks of cards, and we couldn't find them. And so that kind of exacerbated, my need for more YuGiOh stuff, because now I'm like, okay, now I have to get, I have the decks and the boxes, but now I'm like, okay, shit, now I need to get the decks so that I can play with them, because I'm talking the cards that were taken were cards that were already color coordinated, sleeved, and color coordinated deck boxes. I have stuff that I collect, but I still play. I don't play competitively. I wish I did. I wish I had more time to keep up with the game. But I do like to play the old school game every now and again. I made decks based on every anime character in YuGiOh, and occasionally I like to play with my friends, or my wife. Hopefully someday I get to play with Aspen, my kid. I just think it's a lot of fun, and it brings back great memories. But yeah, so that's kind of what happened at Pokemon in the beginning. I couldn't find my childhood binder, and it just sparked this craze of just like, I need to have this stuff again. And then I ended up just going all out, and I just learned a lot about the hobby. I want to do that and go, I want to go all the way full throttle, and I want to do that with YuGiOh now. I want to get all the booster boxes. I want to find, the really valuable cards and add those to my collection. I definitely want to take my YuGiOh collection to the next level. I think that there's an incredible opportunity right now with the markets being down. On top of that, YuGiOh is already a very undervalued investment, probably the most undervalued investment in TCG world overall. I guess I should say Digimon is. But I think it's a great opportunity right now with the markets, and I also just think it's undervalued in general, so good time to buy into it. So you guys will be seeing me do a lot more stuff on YuGiOh, but overall, guys, it's a good time to invest. Take advantage of it. Don't be crippled by it. Take advantage of it. Stop looking at your brokerage account and seeing red. Just buy the dip, so to speak. Just add a little bit here or there. I don't add a crazy amount of stock, but I still add at least, a few shares every day, trying to bolster up my position and lower my cost average basis. That's what you've got to do if you want to get the best bang for your buck in anything. The same thing with Pokemon. In Pokemon, the first stuff I bought, I paid way more than I should have. That's just the name of the game. That's why anybody can come in as a seller and make money, because there's always going to be new people coming into the hobby that don't really know what they're doing, that are going to pay a premium, and things are only worth what someone is willing to pay for them. It doesn't mean you're ripping people off. It means that, hey, I'm not willing to spend my time here at the post office driving, spending gas, money, risking someone sideswiping my car so that I can ship you out cards. I'm not doing that for nothing. I am making sure that I'm going to make my money and make good on this investment. I promised my wife that this would work, and it has worked so far. We are coming very close to that $10,000 revenue goal point. I'm very excited to finally be reaching that goal. It's taken about a year now. It's taken about a year now since I've really been selling stuff. So it's just like, guys, stick in there. Hustle, 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 hustle. Work your ass off. Right now is the easiest time to get into investing, collectibles, start a side gig, a side hustle. Just do something. Get off your butt. Stop swiping through your phone. Stop looking through YouTube. I want you to watch my videos. I want you to subscribe. But, do what's best for you, ultimately. Take care of yourself. Set some new standards. Set some new goals. Anyways, guys, take care of yourself. I'm sorry, this was my rant on the market and on strategies and on what I'm going to be doing. But peace out, guys. Thanks for watching. And we will have a mail day video coming up here shortly. After I drop this off at the post office, when I get home, I will be doing a mystery Pokemon mail day that's not exclusively Pokemon. There will be Yu-Gi-Oh in there. Anyways, guys, peace out. Have a great day.